Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the United States Navy Ohio-class ballistic submarines. Please remember to like and subscribe. Alright, let's get right into it. Fact 1. Blue and gold crew. An interesting part about the Ohio-class submarine is that each submarine is manned by 2 independent crews. This means that whenever a submarine returns to port, the blue crew or the gold crew would immediately disembark and let the other one get on board, and the other one will hop in and start operating the submarine and go on deployment right away. This is designed so that at any given time, these ships are out in the open sea, undetected, and just traveling through the world, so that at any given time, they can engage in nuclear warfare by firing their ballistic nuclear missiles. The United States military need these submarines to be out and about at all times so that they can provide strategic nuclear deterrent or nuclear engagement. If they're at port too much time, then that brings down their capabilities, because the true draw of these Ohio-class submarines is the fact that they can get nearby an enemy state, fire their ballistic missile, and wreak nuclear havoc on the enemy. Not to mention, any given exact location of these submarines are always classified. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. 54% of all nuclear missiles. These Ohio-class ballistic submarines play a gigantic role in the United States nuclear strategy. All 14 Ohio-class submarines add up to be 54% of all United States nuclear arsenal. That's right, more than half is based at sea, whereas the other remaining are in missile silos in the continental United States. So as you can see, the United States military actually values these submarines way more than the missile silos based in continental United States, because these submarines can creep up to an enemy's nation and fire their nuclear missiles without any notice or detection. This gives the enemy so little time to prepare, and as a result will likely to be completely destroyed by the nuclear missiles from these Ohio-class submarines. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 3. Undetectable. The sole purpose of the Ohio-class ballistic submarines is the fact that they can creep up undetected in a stealthy way near a nation and then fire their nuclear weapons at them, giving the enemy state with little to no notice, and their air defense systems will not have any time to comprehend what's happening before the nuclear missile detonates on their cities. Because of this strategy, these Ohio-class submarines are built with stealth and avoidance at all times. They're truly a stealth vehicle that is undetectable worldwide. Other enemy nations may try to set up sonars or radar stations undersea to try to detect them, but the fact of the matter is, no one knows exactly where they are at any given time. And remember, their strategy is to basically get close to an enemy territory, fire their nuclear weapons, with the nuclear weapon having a short flight time, gives the enemy state completely zero time to prepare and response. And when the nuclear missiles detonate and destroy their entire infrastructure, there's simply no way for that enemy state to do any sort of retaliation. It's definitely a way to completely annihilate an enemy with one single action. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Reduced missiles. As I mentioned in the previous section, these submarines have one goal in mind: to completely destroy an enemy with nuclear missiles. However, in the beginning, when these submarines were built, each submarine carried 24 nuclear missiles. And because of a strategic reduction treaty that the United States participated in, each submarine now only carry 20 nuclear missiles. And so it is a reduction in terms of their firepower, because now each Ohio-class submarines have 4 less nuclear missiles. However, make no mistakes, those 4 silos are not just sitting empty. They have been replaced with other type of cruise missiles, such as Tomahawk cruise missiles. So as a result, despite having a reduction in terms of nuclear missiles, they still replenished it with non-nuclear conventional missiles or cruise missiles. And also, bear in mind, each nuclear missile carries megatons of firepower, and so even with the reduction of 4, each submarine still has 20 megaton nuclear missiles on them. And so they need to be feared and taken seriously, because once they all fire, it is likely the nations that are targeted will be completely wiped out. Alright, let's get into the next and final fact. Fact 5. 77 days at sea. A very interesting part about the Ohio class is that their patrols only last average of 77 days. This is far shorter than the 90 days of the attack submarines. And I think one of the reasons is they have 2 independent crews. These submarines could be operated by simply returning to a port and then have the other crew immediately come aboard, take over, and ship out to sea again. Because remember, for submarines, the limit to their endurance is simply food and the people. Because they're powered by a nuclear reactor, they don't need to refuel. They just need to reload food and other consumables, and in the case of Ohio-class submarines, replace the crew. And by replacing their crew, they have a shorter time at sea, so each crew is out less time, but the overall time of a ship's deployment is still the same. This way, these submarines are able to lurk around the open seas and ready to strike at any given time with nuclear missiles. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.